bright and early. Everyone's happy to be here. The West Coasters got up at 4 in the morning. Okay. So I was the first one to work with this laser. The reason I picked this article is when I get a laser, first thing I do is turn it all the way down. So I'm super conservative. And Paul Friedman's group here, Paul gets a laser, and the first thing he does is turn it all the way up. So a little bit selfish. I wanted to see what he's doing here. So, you know, everyone talks about, in fact, Emil Tangeti in the back there hates the word novel. You get every article that he sees that says novel in it, drives him nuts. Why? What's so novel? Do we have a laser pointer? And a laser? We don't. Can you see this stuff?
Yeah, we can see.
All right, that's cool. But it is kind of lame. But anyway, this really is a novel laser. What's novel about it, it's a fiber laser. It's not the wavelength that's novel. But it's 5,000 pulses a second. It's like insane. So it's very low energy pulses, multiple pulses. You can do crazy things with it. So here, when you target the stratum corneum, each one of these circles is 33 little dots that are perfectly lined up so that the Gaussian beams are evened out. And it happens in 2,700 pulses are laid down in less than a second. So it's really, really interesting. You can have 1 ring, 2 rings. You can do drilling mode, combined mode. So, and you can do laser coring like channels, and you can do cutting. So it's pretty interesting. So each pulse to make a dot that you see is actually a series of 4 pulses with a kind of a rest in between. And I did this histology. Actually, this is, oh yeah, look, courtesy of the burn man. So it's really even zonothermal damage. You can kind of titrate this in, which is really cool, because the damage you leave behind dictates the inflammatory response you get, and that's what dictates healing, right? Because we injure the skin, but we always forget. We should really be thinking more like biologists and physicists, right? Like if you're treating a wood table, fractionated, 20% fractionated treatments equals 100% fractionated treatment if you're treating a table. But if you're treating living skin, when you have an open wound without a fractionated treatment, it heals by contraction. So you got to remember the biology. And so I like to think like the biology. So their article, Taryn Murray, Jamie Hu, and Paul Friedman, full face and neck resurfacing with a novel ablative fractional 2910 erbium dope fluoride glass laser for advanced photoaging. And notice it says neck. The safety profile of this laser is extremely good. So it says novel in here. I was thinking of 8-volt when I saw this, and it's actually novel. So, because he was going to be throwing stuff at me, I don't like that. I'm very sensitive. He had 22 subjects with advanced photoaging. I can see your word. I'll be on time. Don't worry. Because it's hard to kick us off, us old people off here. So 3 full face and neck multi-pass treatments, 90 days follow-up. Global inclusion, I know they studied this, but a 1 to 4 scale, I hate that. We think in base 10. Even if you can't tell the difference between 10 and 20%, we think in base 10. So I like a 10-point scale. But look at this. So you can see on day 1, there's like a lot of edema, a lot of reaction. But look how quickly you're healed by day 5. This is really cool. And I am using this, so I get to experience this. And you can see some, you know, pretty significant improvement here, which is really cool. And also the pain is much less. Although you use VLT, I use LMX. But we use only LMX, and people do really well with this laser. So you can see really nice clinical results. And 15 participants completed the study, 6 exited the study. So you wonder why'd they leave? So I just asked Paul. That's one of the nice things about society. I just called him up. And none of it was due to clinical stuff. It was just due to life stuff, I guess. You got to make sure you don't do it near vacation time because everyone will disappear. But you saw the pain score was 4.9 with BLT. One blinded physician correctly identified all the subjects pre and post treatment, while the second identified 93%. Average GAS score of 3.2. 2 instances of temporary hyperpigmentation. It's actually pretty low for Texas. So in conclusion, and on time, this novel 2910 nanometer fiber laser, safe and effective in treating photoaging. Thank you. And this is the crew, because it's all about the people. Thank you.